Okay, today's movie is entirely in French, but on the plus side, it also has lots of nudity.
Aucune marque. Regardez.
Raisins de la Mort, the grapes of death, begins with a man spraying grapes with pesticides. And he's not having a great day.
J'ai mal là.
He is assured that he's just a big wimp and needs to drink more water. Meanwhile, we move on to two women who are traveling on a train. Elizabeth, who's on her way to a vineyard in France, and a character we shall call Dead Meat, that is on her way to get killed in a bathroom.
Quand je pense que je ne serai pas arrivée en Espagne avant cet après-midi. En tout cas, dès que j'arrive, je file me baigner. Ça s'appelle comment, ton bled?
Robles. Oh, tu sais, en fait, c'est pas un village, c'est plutôt une exploitation vinicole.
Tu rentres quand à Paris?
Tu sais, peut-être que j'entrerai pas.
Because they're women, they must go to the bathroom together. Elizabeth brushing her teeth as they talk, but when it's Dead Meat's turn to use the bathroom, Elizabeth just leaves. She'll do this a lot throughout the movie. Her non-water drinking friend from earlier still has that pain in his cheek, and it has gotten bad. She goes to run away. She finds Dead Meat. Goodbye, Dead Meat. We hardly knew ye. Get used to that screaming, because the only thing she enjoys more than leaving people behind to die is screaming when she finds their bodies. While she wanders through the shithole that is the French countryside, I will tell you some of the alternate titles for this movie, some of which may give you a hint of things to happen. We of course have Grapes of Death, Raisins of Death, Death Under the Bondi Tree, which is a plum tree, Pesticide, Torture Mill of the Captured Women, The Village of the Living Dead, and Zombies Violated Women. Yeah, so we're going to get zombies caused by pesticide on grapes. Ta-da! Most of the buildings are abandoned, but she does find a father and daughter and asks to use their phone and car. They say they have neither, but they're lying.
Je peux pas rester ici, il faut que je m'en aille. Mais dites quelque chose. Qu'est-ce que vous avez à me regarder comme ça? Mais vous comprenez pas ce qui est arrivé? Répondez-moi. Ne me laissez pas!
She's forced to go upstairs, where she finds what happened to Mom.
Taisez-vous. Taisez-vous.
While she's able to escape, another companion bites the dust.
Cette plaie, elle est comme les miennes. Tu es comme moi, salope.
She picks up yet another companion. This one we shall call Blind Dead Meat.
Je vous ai entendu. Vous ne voulez pas parler? Je suis toute seule. Venez avec moi.
Another walk through the countryside, this time with bodies everywhere. As Blind Dead Meat says, there should be people here. And she's like, nah, we're not in the village. Don't know what you're talking about. La, la. She's like, we're definitely in the village. I recognize this wall. Nope, 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 no village. No people, don't worry about it. Blind Dead Meat's looking for Carlos. And you'll never guess what happens next unless you guessed that Elizabeth leaves Blind Dead Meat behind and she's murdered by Carlos. I was not joking about that screaming thing.
Lucie! Je t'aime!
It is time for the best thing about this movie, the gorgeous Bridget Lay.
Buvez quelque chose, ça vous remontera. Et puis nous partirons si vous voulez. En principe, je ne bois jamais d'alcool. Mais ici, je me permets un peu de vin.
Elizabeth, of course, tries to abandon her as well, but unfortunately, the blonde woman, as she is credited in the movie, has been drinking the wine.
Je la tiens. Venez.
She is back in her nightgown, and according to IMDb trivia, was supposed to have lines in this scene, but it was so freaking cold she couldn't talk. Two men show up and are able to attack the blonde woman, burning her face, which she's not happy about. See, she had even taken her clothes off to show them that she had no marks, and how do they repay her? By disfiguring her for life.
Je n'ai pas déformé. Maintenant, à cause de vous, je suis défigurée pour toute la vie.
Jette cette torche. Il y a de la dynamite dans la voiture.
So how are these two men not affected when everyone else is? Well, they're beer drinkers. They think rightfully that wine is disgusting and didn't go to the big wine show last week. Also, they argue over who should get to hold the gun, based on their motivations for fighting in World War II. This is a reference to a movie called Is Paris Burning? One argues that they fought to protect France, and one argues that they fought against the fascists. She also tells them about the daughter from before, and we learn that whatever this is, it doesn't affect women as strongly as it does men, sometimes not even leaving a mark. We eventually reach Rubles, where Elizabeth wanted to go the entire time to find her fiancé. While the guys don't like wine, they are still alcoholics and treat themselves to some champagne, which is totally different.
Tenez, mangez un petit morceau, là. Ça va vous remettre, hein? Allez.
Never guess what happens next unless you guess that she would abandon her companions once again. She finds her infected fiancé, Michel, and who is a guy, he's just French, and he is infected, but not so much that he can't say his goodbyes.
Je t'aime.
There's two little things I haven't really been honest with you about in this movie. One, she's drank the wine. And if you notice her little hand movement, she knows she's infected. Michel commits his version of suicide by a cop, and, well, she's a zombie, so she just murders these dudes. Roll credits.
T'es pas fou, toi? C'est encore normal.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? La pourriture est en train de grimper là, dans ma tête. Dans une minute, je peux te sauter dessus. Pourquoi tu tires pas?
it's a good movie. It's in French, like I said, but there's not long monologues, and there's enough action that you don't need to hear every little word here and there. There's the one walking scene when she first leaves the train that's pointless and boring, but the other long walking scene where she's with the blind woman is actually low-key funny. She just keeps telling this woman, nope, you're not in your village. Nope, don't know what you're talking about. There's no dead bodies and people on fire right now. So I liked that. This movie is actually directed by a hardcore pornography director, Jean Rollin. And like I said, Bridget Leahy, the blonde woman, she got her career started in pornography. France legalized hardcore porn in 1975. She started acting in 1976. Hooked up with this Rollin guy professionally, and just started making movies for him. And he started making more and more mainstream stuff as he went on. And she became a celebrity in France. She commentated on the equestrian events in the Olympics for their television show. She had a Loveline Dr. Drew type call-in show. So, yeah, she turned hardcore porn into being a celebrity. So good for her. I love that the two guys who show up they survive because they're beer drinkers. Cheers to you fellas. And the little subtle nods that you gotta pay attention to of, yeah, she did drink the wine in that little, pulled her sleeve down when they're around because she knows she has a mark. Let's see, what did my dog think of it? Layla, what's your opinion? No opinion. That's alright. Not everyone has to be a critic. Thank you for watching. France will always be a shithole, even without zombies, and as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is a clip from the movie. You had a car. Why did you stay here? And by here, I mean France.
Well, we're only a 45-minute drive to Italy from here. Why don't we go there?
Good idea, right? Let's insult the French on a review mostly only French people are going to see.